swirling skies, cypress trees like black flames, a quiet village asleep beneath a night that burns with movement. This is the Starry Night, not just a painting, a window into the mind of Vincent van Gogh, a man balancing between genius and madness. A beautiful mind, standing at the edge of the abyss. Today, we unravel not just the paint, but the pain. Because to understand the Starry Night is to step inside the storm of Vincent himself. Vincent van Gogh painted the Starry Night in June 1889. He was 36 years old, and he was in an asylum. The Saint-Paul-de-Moselle asylum in Saint-Remy de Provence, France. A year earlier, his life had spiraled out of control. The infamous ear-cutting incident, the breakdown in Arles, the departure of Paul Gauguin, the growing storms inside his mind. Van Gogh committed himself voluntarily, seeking peace, seeking safety. And even there, he painted. The room at the asylum offered a limited view. A small garden, olive trees, some hills beyond. But the Starry Night was not a literal landscape. It was a vision. He painted it from memory, imagination, and emotion. The village in the foreground didn't exist. The sky's swirling currents are impossible. The cypress tree stretches unnaturally toward the heavens. He was painting not what he saw, but what he felt. The world as it looked inside his mind. The most famous feature of the Starry Night are its swirling clouds, massive circular waves of energy. Modern scientists have studied these patterns. Astrophysicists have compared them to turbulence models seen in fluid dynamics and space imagery. Van Gogh captured a form of chaos that resonates with the laws of physics. How did he do it? He never formally studied science, but in his turmoil, he intuited something deeply true about how the universe moves. Order inside disorder. Calm inside the storm. The stars in the Starry Night glow like living creatures. Van Gogh was fascinated by astronomy. Some scholars believe the moon and Venus are accurately placed, but accuracy was not his aim. He wrote to his brother Theo, "Why, I ask myself, shouldn't the shining dots of the sky be as accessible as the black dots on the map of France?" He wanted to capture not the position of stars, but their pull on the human soul. The towering cypress tree dominates the foreground. In Provence, cypress trees often grow near cemeteries. They symbolize death, mourning, and eternity, but also connection between earth and sky. The way Vincent painted it, the tree seems to join the swirling heavens. A bridge, a ladder, a prayer. Nestled beneath the sky, the village is calm. Simple rooftops, a quiet church steeple. Unlike the sky, the village is still. Perhaps it reflects a longing, a yearning for stability, for home, for rest. Van Gogh never fully found those things in life. But here, he painted the possibility of peace. Even as his mind raged, the painting glows, deep blues, bright yellows, soft greens. Colors were Van Gogh's language of emotion. Blue for the night's vast loneliness. Yellow for hope, for divine spark, for warmth inside the cold. He once wrote, "I often think that the night is more alive and more richly colored than the day." In the Starry Night, he gave us night as alive as a sunrise. A night not of fear, but of wonder. Van Gogh battled mental illness for much of his life. Severe depression, hallucinations, psychotic episodes. He struggled with epilepsy, anxiety, and possible bipolar disorder. He was both fragile and fearless. His paintings were a lifeline. He painted over 150 works while institutionalized, each one a dialogue between torment and transcendence. The Starry Night stands at that crossroads, a glimpse into a mind straining toward beauty while consumed by darkness. When Van Gogh died in 1890, at 37, he was largely unknown. He sold very few paintings in his lifetime. He died believing he had failed. But his brother Theo never stopped believing. Theo's widow, Johanna, carried Vincent's legacy forward. And slowly, the world caught up. Today, the Starry Night hangs in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. It is one of the most recognized paintings on Earth. A global symbol of both beauty and suffering. The Starry Night is not a landscape. It's a state of being. It's not astronomy. It's emotion in orbit. Van Gogh once said, "What am I in the eyes of most people? A non-entity, an eccentric, or a madman?" And yet, from that place of despair, he created light. Light that still burns. Because we all stand at the edge sometimes. And the Starry Night reminds us, even in darkness, the stars still shine. Even in turmoil, there is beauty. Even in madness, there is meaning.